although there are over 20 different species of hydrangeas available around the world, there are really only 5 types that we think about when it comes to pruning them, and it can really be confusing to people. So what I've got in front of me is the 5 different types. We'll talk a little bit about how each one should be pruned. The most common ones for a lot of people are the great big round sort of snowball types, Annabelle, Incredibelle Spirit, those kinds of hydrangeas. And they are a smooth hydrangea, which is one of the ones that is actually native to the United States. The best time to prune them is in late winter. And you can either take them down really almost all the way to the ground or a little bit higher, or you can do sort of a staggered pruning cut. And the reason we prune these in late winter is because they set their flower buds on new wood. If you prune later than that, they may have already started to set their flower buds. The second type that's really popular and very common is the Panicle Hydrangea. And common names for these are ones like Pink Diamond, Limelight. These are 100% woody shrubs, and they can get very, very big. And the interesting thing about them is they also set their flowers on new wood. So a way cool thing about these though is if you look at the twig or you look at the stem, oftentimes what you'll find is you'll find 3 buds set at a single location. And if you make that pruning cut, again in late winter, above one of those 3 bud locations, chances are that hydrangea is going to send off 3 shoots with 3 great big beautiful flower heads. You can really prune these hard if you want to, but you don't have to. The third type is a little more unusual, and this is oak leaf hydrangea. And oak leaf hydrangea, again, is a 100% woody shrub. This is a beautiful, beautiful, unusual hydrangea. Sets its flower buds on previous year's wood. So this is one that if you do the pruning on these way too late in the season, you will have actually taken off the flower buds. So you want to wait and do the pruning basically within a month after flowering. They set their flower buds sort of later in the season, but you sure don't want to take off the beautiful flower buds. They're also 100% woody. And if you see this peeling, shredded bark on those, that's actually really common. That's one of the beautiful things about this woody hydrangea. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you have dead or dying twigs on that one. Then we have one that is really unusual for a lot of people, and this is climbing hydrangea. It is truly a climbing, clinging vine. Just like oak leaf hydrangea, however, this one sets its flower buds on old wood or on previous year's wood. Little, if any, pruning is ever required on this. It becomes 3-dimensional like this, so you may want to get some of those horizontal or more challenging branches out of the way. But prune again within a month after flowering if you want to. And finally, the hydrangea that really drives a lot of people nuts. This is big leaf hydrangea. You'll have names of this one that include Endless Summer, Beautiful Pink, Beautiful Blue. Unfortunately, these bloom on old wood unless you get some of the newer varieties. And the old wood or the stems really have a lot of issues with winter damage sometimes. So unfortunately, you may have to take these all the way to the ground in a very severe winter. You'll get a lot of vegetative foliage. You may get flowers later in the season, but you might not get all of that beautiful flowering. The newer ones will bloom on both old wood and new wood, but again, the trouble with that is you may not have that old wood live through the winter. So it's really important to know which ones of these hydrangeas you have if you want to maximize the flowering, minimize the damage, and just enjoy either the small shrub, the large vine, or that beautiful woody plant.